In the late 1930s, the world watched in disbelief as Nazi Germany, led by Adolf Hitler, embarked on a campaign of conquest that would plunge Europe into the deadliest conflict in human history. Fueled by a potent mix of nationalist fervor, military ambition, and a thirst for revenge for the perceived humiliations of the Treaty of Versailles, Germany's war machine seemed unstoppable in the early years of World War II. Hitler's armies, the Wehrmacht, spearheaded by the innovative Blitzkrieg tactics, achieved a series of stunning victories in Poland, Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. These lightning-fast offensives, combining mechanized infantry, armored divisions, and air power, overwhelmed opponents and shattered any illusions about the Nazi regime's territorial ambitions. The fall of France in June 1940, a nation once considered a European powerhouse, sent shockwaves across the globe. With much of continental Europe under its control, Germany appeared poised for ultimate victory. The Nazi propaganda machine, masterful in its manipulation of public opinion, trumpeted these early triumphs as evidence of German superiority and the inevitability of a new world order dominated by the Third Reich. However, beneath the veneer of invincibility, cracks were beginning to appear in the edifice of Nazi power. Hitler's strategic blunders, the resilience of the Allied powers, and the gradual erosion of Germany's military and economic might would ultimately seal the fate of the Nazi regime. Emboldened by early victories, Hitler made a series of critical miscalculations that would prove fatal to Germany's war effort. The decision to invade the Soviet Union in June 1941, codenamed Operation Barbarossa, ranks among the most catastrophic military blunders in history. Hitler grossly underestimated the size and resolve of the Red Army and the harshness of the Russian winter. The vast distances, logistical nightmares, and fierce resistance of the Soviet people gradually sapped the strength of the Wehrmacht. The Battle of Stalingrad, a brutal 6-month siege that began in late 1942, marked a turning point in the war, exposing the limits of German military might and shattering the aura of invincibility that had surrounded Hitler's armies. Another colossal error was Germany's declaration of war on the United States, just days after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941. This decision, driven by a misguided sense of loyalty to Japan and a belief that the US was weak and divided, brought the industrial and military might of the world's largest economy into the war against Germany. These strategic blunders, coupled with Hitler's increasingly erratic leadership and his regime's barbaric ideology, transformed the war from a European conflict into a global struggle for